in Season 1.
Yeah, they have such great team fight setups here for Weibo Gaming. So many crowd controls, to be honest, on just the 3 champions that they have picked up so far. And Woohoo Gaming really needs to be safe later on. At least start to position safely on the team fights or before team fights actually happen, since as always here, we have seen so many great upsets just because of one Sleepy Trouble Bubble or one great Paddle Star.
Yeah, and the thing is,
that is very possible for them.
Yeah, WBG could now ban away Kha'Zix or Vi depending on what their compositions are going to be. Kha'Zix removed on the table from the side of Woohoo Gaming is a really good idea when it comes to the jungle. They have to remove these assassins, considering there is still potential for WBG to go for the likes of Kaisa and Xayah into the bottom lane. For the side of Woohoo Gaming, they can now still target the likes of that early game advantage. We've seen the traditional lineup of the Jays versus Lucian matchup. And this is what we've called, they're going in for the double carries composition here for the side of Weibo Gaming. So removing the Kha'Zix is a good call.
So many pokes available here for Weibo Gaming. There's the Nemesis shot coming in from the Duan Yu. There's also the Battle Stars from Faye later on. Karma is an interesting pick here for Woohoo Gaming. Something we don't really see that often here in Season 2. But this champion is about to get buffed as well, from 60% to 80% ability power for her Transcendent Embrace in the succeeding patch. But in here, it's still the same.
Wait.
So,
Karma and then Aatrox coming in. So,
wow.
Aatrox expectedly is going into the jungle, is going into August. But the question is, where is Karma going to go? Is this the mid lane or the bot lane? Then Anila comes in.
Wow, Weibo Gaming just opening up for Anila. This might just be huge.
This is definitely a huge champion. But the question is, how is this going to perform? We haven't seen Nilla consistently in Season 2. Yes, it's coming. But I didn't expect it to come at this time up against this Titan of Woohoo Gaming.
Ooh, I mean, they're bringing the big guns. The Weibo Gaming has experience going up against Anila when they battle against Thunder Talk. It has been used twice against them, so maybe they've been researching and testing this out and now wants to use it against Woohoo Gaming. Man, this is still an extraordinary composition here by Woohoo Gaming. They have so much frontline power, they have so much ways to back each other up, so many crowd controls as well present to isolate, for disengage, for engage, counter engage even, especially with the Transcendent Embrace of this Karma. So Weibo Gaming, even if they have great damage, they need to watch out for those plays.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think Nilla will have a much harder time this time around coming into this game, considering you have the Karma and you have the roots as well, and that will just make it so much harder for WBG to be able to move around. And you also have to consider the extra mobility that the Karma provides for the whole team.
Yeah, especially for August, right? World Ender plus the movement speed buff. Oof, that is straight on Usain Bolt.
Absolutely. And now we're looking at very traditional type of picks here. Camille Fiora will probably win every single time when it comes to that 1v1 matchup. So that is to be expected. But coming into the jungle, this is a little bit more of that change that we were hoping for this series. There is no early on engage coming into these jungles pickups, considering that these are not scaling early on with the likes of the Lee Sin or the Jace.
Level 1 versus level 2. Fan did not get
Oh my!
Scam! It almost got taken out there. That was close. But August completely takes over.
That was just criminal from August. Getting that push onto Nilla these early on, denies the red buff as well. This brings Nilla to a huge disadvantage in this early game phase. And coming into the mid game, it will be their jungler who will be suffocated out of air, who will be suffocated out of gold and experience in this early game matchup.
Weibo Gaming, particularly Fan, definitely regretted being in that position. And August as well, just becoming such a big player here for Woohoo Gaming. big jungle diff, basically. At least in this early game, delaying the scaling of this Nilla.
Okay.
Man, Weibo Gaming really needs to watch out.
We're jinxing it once again. We jinxed the timers on the Pfeiffer side. It's not jinx the jungle diff this early on, but I get what you mean, right? Because of these early game advantages that August was able to take. And yes, unexpectedly, looking at the bigger perspective, it's only 3 camps. You know what? You remove the possible for the Krugs, the Raptors, and the Red Buff, but looking at it, August is already at level 4. Nilla is where? What, level 2, level 3? At this point in time, that's a huge difference.
And Fan will need to just be farming for an extended period of time because 14 fights is going to be negligible at this point. Xian is having a bit of trouble here for Rocky. That is another problem surfacing out here on Weibo Gaming's side.
Yeah, already level 4 was able to reach at that far, but still, it will be a difficult time for Weibo Gaming. Just look at the possibility here. It's just Rocky denying that push coming in from Zihan. This is expected, you know? Duo!
Whoa! So close! So close with a flash and the launch fan as well. Not allowed to have fun! And will be first blood here by August.
And that is what we're talking about. The level advantage is different. The XP, the gold that WHG was able to take is just massive. Now the top lane, Rocky versus Zihan.
And Zihan will win the 1v1 this time around because the flash was used. And it doesn't have any sort of escape tool anymore.
Kratos, a bit down low. It was Camille who has to have the delay when it comes to the recall and resets, because if it comes to an all-in there, Kratos will have a massive difficulty up against the like of August.
Weibo Gaming still able to fight back despite the early mishap, but this 1v1, oof.
Yeah, it's just Camille. It was just Zihan was able to connect that hook shot, and that was just the turning point. Because if that hook shot connected, if the repost was not used by Fiora into the top side to deny it, there's just extra damage coming in. There's also the stun that won the end of the fight.
And since he doesn't have flash as well, right? That's just really unfortunate for Rocky. He has no escape tool anymore. Weibo will find Wanyu, but not much pressure actually in the bottom lane. This Dragon laner is very safe, at least in the early game. Picks up the Ezreal as well, so it's very difficult to catch him off guard. Might need August in case they want to really commit.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is what needs to happen. This is Woohoo Gaming's winning condition. It is August who will be the key here, because Lucian, yes, it's really strong when it comes to the early game. He will definitely have the early game prio, especially up against the likes of the Ezreal, right? But the thing is, they also have Karma. They have Gragas. So it's all about the utility for Woohoo Gaming. So huge dependency relies on August. And that is also the reason why we see these aggressions coming in for the side of Woohoo Gaming. They really need Aatrox to have that turning point for the team and get that carry potential, with Karma actually also helping him out with that extra mobility, those roots, those CCs.
Weibo Gaming has to find answers as well to burst out this Aatrox later on. Yeah, they do. Alright.
Body slam denies
bubble.
the engage for Kratos.
That's great. Woohoo Gaming able to just win on the micros bit by bit.
Kratos?
Knock up though onto Wake Up might be huge. Great cast to set things up. The Tether as well is gonna be there. Great ulti coming in from the Nilla and will be picking up the Gragas. Kratos as well being able to survive. Wanyu visiting in the mid lane, but will need to Arcane Shift out. Weibo getting one, but still, that's a big one.
It doesn't matter. August could use Shelly into the mid lane, have that lane priority up against WBG. WBG has to deny Shelly off the mid lane push, and they could take him out and Drake as it happens.
Micro won by Weibo Gaming, but macro for Woohoo Gaming at this point. Double objective on the way, and Weibo Gaming can't stop it.
Yeah, that was just Woohoo Gaming playing the macro game. You know what? You can take the kills. It doesn't matter. It's just a support that you can get, but we're gonna take 2 objectives. We get the Tower First Blood, and just look at the gold injection that Woohoo Gaming was able to attain this early on because of the aggression of Aatrox, because of the Tower First Blood, and 2 objectives that they secured. It's 2k gold lead in 6 minutes.
On a scaling composition as well, on August's game. And man, he is running wild right now in the bottom lane. Kratos had to just exit out because there's nothing they can do on this Aatrox.
Yeah, there's just no escape. There's no possibility for them to be able to win onto that team fights. And at this point in time, it's WBG who has to delay their pressure, who has to delay their composition, their fights, because Nila is suffocating when it comes to level, when it comes to gold. Zoe and Ezreal doesn't scale early on pretty well, especially if Ezreal goes in for the Manamune first item, which is already to be expected. There's no damage in WBG early into this matchup.
But there's so much damage on August. Even Boots of Dynamism already picked up, as well as the Yomu's Ghost Blade. Ooh, he's not gonna be resisted at all by Weibo Gaming later on. There's so many squishy members on their side. Zoe, the Nilla, the Ezreal, so many targets for August. Who's there to stop him? Only the Sleepy Trouble Bubble? Maybe the Hexic Ultimatum? Maybe this Ornn? But it's gonna be everything thrown just to stop him.
And like the first item build here coming in from the Zoe, he needs that Luden cycle because his team needs that early game damage. Because Wanyu will only have damage in second item, but 4-man roam coming from Woohoo Gaming.
Great slow coming in as well. Calling gonna be used. Has to isolate Kratos. It is gonna be catch off guard. Unable to escape this time around since it doesn't have the flash.
Yeah. And just look at the True Shot Barrage. There's no damage onto Woohoo Gaming. That is what we're saying, right? Wanyu will not have damage here into this early game matchup, considering, you know, the Marinune or the Manamune, who has to be the priority for the likes of the Ezreal to scale well into the late game. And then you need the Trinity Force. You can go into the Iceborne Gauntlet for the second item, but when it comes to that point, it is already San Juan. It is already Karma who's able to build lands of gold, build so much wealth, along with August as well being a dominant force in the jungle.
8 minutes into the game, we see a 4,000 gold lead here by Woohoo Gaming. Again, possibly in the top side. Grandchild is going to be used by Rocky already. Wake Up is here. They can actually turn. They just need to be very careful because Wei is also here, just joining out. Weibo Gaming will not be successful in countering them.
Yeah. And Zihan having a hard time, Body Sound is there, connects onto the barrier. It's just so much micro plays that WBG is doing along with macro. But Zihan comes in!
They will commit. Call of the Forge God gonna be used as well. They're on to Wake Up to try and pin him down. They will be successful, but bottom lane is still being pushed here by Woohoo Gaming.
But the
Macro
thing is
still online.
The thing is, that is 3 ultimates already used by Weibo Gaming, and that will be the opportunity for Woohoo to be able to answer back.
Yeah, no push possible. Since they have the Karma, just one ult is enough to clear out the wave and deny every push. And August is gonna be here. The chase down is gonna happen. World Ender also used to just enable the movement speed, and Zian had to flash out. Aside from that hook shot, he's just too scary, man.
And that is the reason why. You know what? Getting those 3 ultimates only for a kill, yes, that will secure you gold, but that will lose you a lot of utilities for upcoming team fights, and that is what August utilized. Push them back. They cannot get that tier 1 turret into the top lane.
Another try, but still unsuccessful. Another try to maybe catch Wake Up off guard. This is gonna be huge. He is asleep. The knocked up is there, and he's gonna get taken down at the very end. Able to still flash away and buy enough time for August to follow up. And that's gonna be the trade. Kratos as well, running for the high hill. Fan is not dealing any damage. Transcendent Embrace for the knockup, as August is just raining on them.
Yeah, it is currently Wake Up who is being the bait for the team. You know what? I could be the sacrificial lamb just to give more kills onto August. That is important. Rocky
still able to sustain himself and also launch away.
Oh my.
Ooh, that damage! Oof.
What was that?
On just one item of a Karma, just the crown. Man, that is already massive. Fan actually committing. Faye as well, just getting that flash that he used earlier. Spell Thief. But at least they do get a turret here.
Yeah, and now Wake Up comes through into the top side and hopes to be able to make that play happen to get that trade. Rocky is here as well.
Dragon, 2 stacks already for Woohoo Gaming. Weibo Gaming is just becoming desperate at this point, just forcing out some fights that they can maybe win. But in the long run, scaling wise, Woohoo Gaming is actually the one getting the objectives taken out and being able to just secure the scaling objectives as well.
Yeah, and honestly, what Weibo Gaming is doing is really good. They're going into putting Zoe into the top side, considering it is Zihan who has the advantage. And the thing is, Weibo Gaming's dependency when it comes to this winning condition is Zoe. August coming into the bot lane.
Denied the Hexic Ultimatum as well. Ghost of Forge God will at least deny the entry of August. That's a big damage already. But in response here by Pan, Crucial Barrage going to be damaging August as well. Will push them back to very least so that Weibo Gaming can
Look at Fiora, top lane. They're going for the split
already
push.
pushed out. Macro-wise, Weibo Gaming is actually doing it.
And that is what we're talking about. These rotations, these plays. A tier 2 turret traded for a tier 1 turret. It is Woohoo Gaming still who has the better lead.
And they have their mid-tier 1 still well intact. Weibo Gaming cannot just do anything that they want at this point. They're just scavenging something around the map, but unable to get the big value ones.
Yeah, 4k gold lead in 12 minutes into the matchup. That is a statement to make for the side of Woohoo Gaming. It's just really, really strong for this team to be able to make that 4.
Cast gonna be used, World Ender as well, to just have the biggest pump of movement speed of all. Transcendent Embrace as a cherry on top, unable to still get the kill on San1 as well. Just going in with a flash, not able to deal damage, but still able to get the kill onto the Zoe. Now Zeon's gonna be next. He has the Grand Challenge as well. Will just get blown apart there by August. Lands the Darkened Blade, able to sustain himself. Takes so much turret damage though, and will be backing away for now. But Woohoo Gaming getting 2 people, now eyes on Baron.
No one can stop them. 5.4k gold lead. Jungle is having a huge disadvantage up against August. Now Fan is dead as well.
Oh, flashing out, but unable to escape. That one is caught. They're just pincered at this point. Kratos going on a different location, at least buying time for Juan to be able to escape. And is soaking a lot of damage. Still get taken out at the very end.
Yeah, and even Karma as well. Despite San1 having literally no HP, Pan just gives him shield and he's safe. He's able to conquer more damage. He's able to stay on these fights, and that is the importance of having a Karma. It gives you so much sustainability and utility coming into those fights. Zihan comes in.
No Nilla in this fight. Zihan trying to stall things out. Goes with a poke. Duani as well helping out. Grand Challenge gonna be used. Faye. Battlestar not connecting. And Zihan will get turned here by Woohoo Gaming. Actually, they will need to back away at this point because they have such low HP. Faye flashing in. Won't be able to get any kills.
Flash used already, flash burn, that is good for Woohoo Gaming. That's an extra capability into reaching the Zoe later on into those team fights. Now looking back at that replay, right, it was Van who was stuck. He overextended. There was no vision for them into their very own jungle, and they understood that Woohoo Gaming just stayed on top side a while ago and came from mid lane trying to push that tier 2 turret, and it was a mistake on their end having no vision and going in for that face check. That just ended their life.
At least they got Zeon. I mean, they got Rocky there. Maybe that can open up something for Weibo Gaming. But it doesn't seem like that because 2 towers already taken here by Woohoo Gaming, going on their 3rd one in the bottom side inhibitor tower. That's the Call of Forge God doing absolutely nothing but just knock up San1.
Yeah, they just can't entry, right? They just can't go into those team fights. Mid lane though, however they can.
They force Transcendent Embrace as a response. Zeon still chasing out Pan, but the backline is already blown apart here. Actually, August turns onto Zeon. He is mad. Mad at Pan, is being attacked right now, but actually has some casualties here on Woohoo Gaming's side. The barrage nearly catching Pan right there. Battlestar nearly on San1. Fortunately, he's still able to flash away. Weibo Gaming actually fighting back.
That was impeccable. San1 has to force out the flash along with a dash to be able to escape the depths door that Faye just opened up. Ocean Drake though available.
They want this. They want the Ocean Soul. They want the last dragon here. August running wild, flashing in, dashing in, securing the knockups here to Weibo Gaming. Still unable to get any kills. Dragging them away, forcing them to move back is again opportunity for the Soul.
Yeah, they could go in for the Ocean Drake. If they get the Soul, then it's over. Woohoo Gaming takes the win. 100%. Because the thing is, the Soul keeps them so much more sustainable coming in for the likes of Zoe. Remember from what we mentioned a while ago, it is Zoe who is the dependency of WBG. If this is taken away from them, especially with the Mountain Soul, it's Woohoo Gaming who gets more sustainability, denies that burst possibility of the likes of WBG's carries.
Oh man, it's very troubling right now for Weibo Gaming. How do you kill this Atrox at this point? It's just impossible.
Yeah, it's pretty much outright impossible. But you know what? Mission Impossible Mission Impossible, still, the main lead there is able to take those missions and make it a success. Maybe WBG can do it too.
Maybe. Zihan, maybe Fan, maybe Faye as well with the Paddle Star later on can burst him out. Hopefully. But again, we can only hope here. Or Weibo Gaming can only hope at this point. Because this game has been completely controlled by Woohoo Gaming since minute 1, man. Since minute 1.
Yeah. And now, Ludens Echo and Grand Crown coming in from Faye. So that's more things to think about. Grand Challenge.
Okay. I thought the Faye is actually going to commit there with the, portal jump, maybe a flash. Is still respecting, possible re-engages, or at least being denied of a key summoner spell.
Yeah.
On a crucial fight.
The thing is, the only winning conditions for WBG now is to take Baron and Elder Drake, one of which, and not give anything to WHG from here on out. Because if one of them is given to WHG, Baron will end the game. Remember, looking at the state of the map here, only 2 inhibitor turrets left for the side of WBG, no tier 2 turret left. So when Baron comes through for the side of Woohoo, it could be over. If the Elder Drake comes into the side of Woohoo Gaming, that's the same exact destiny that WBG is riding on. That when it comes to those team fights, those executes will erase their face on the earth.
Oh man, even a Magnet Blaster was picked up here by San1 just for the additional burst and poke against Weibo Gaming. Has gonna be used there already. A little bit too early here for Wake Up, but August already wanting to be right into the places here of Weibo Gaming, trying to catch him off guard. But the slows are there, denying the engage. But Woohoo Gaming will still commit and bait them out on this Elder.
Just look at the defensive capability. The Mountain Drake just denies any damage coming from Zoe and Ezreal.
Call of the Forge God gonna be used to maybe catch them off guard, but still, yeah, you're right. They're just too tanky because of this soul. Dwanyu might actually be in trouble this time around as San1 finds the kill. And the base is already being pressured here in the top lane as well. So much pressure by Weibo Gaming. And now Weibo Gaming just running right at them, finishing up the last remaining members here in this fight. Double kill by this Lucian as Faye flashes away. August wanting to commit on the skill, lands the slow, but unable to drag him away.
They could end. Just delay Faye onto that recall, the other members could end.
Yeah, they have a wave in the bottom lane, they have a wave in the top lane. It's just gonna be game number 1 for Woohoo Gaming.
And they strike first in the series up against Weibo Gaming. Wherein the Goliaths of the series will take the very first game away.